War is coming to Westeros, but the Black Queen needs allies if she is to defeat her treacherous half-brother. Who are the supporters rallying behind her? Who are the traitors cheering for Aegon? And whose loyalty rests on the flip of a coin? This video is based on information given in Season 1 only, nothing from Fire and Blood. There will be no spoilers for the future of Hot D. This is Fantasy Haven, your home for all things fantasy. Let's dive right into it. Rhaenyra is the Princess of Dragonstone, the historic seat of the heir to the Iron Throne since Aegon the Conqueror. Dragonstone's garrisons stand at 30 knights, 100 crossbowmen, and 300 men-at-arms. Daemon suggests conscripting the Dragon Keepers, implying that they may be trained in some sort of martial skill. I guess they kinda need to be if they're guarding dragons. Overall, this force is enough to defend the island, but not to wage war. Daemon also sends messages to his loyalists in the City Watch, although Otto must have anticipated this.
There are two among the captains of the City Watch that remain loyal to Daemon. Let us replace them.
I love Otto so much. Let us replace them. The Greens wanted a swift and relatively bloodless coup to block Rhaenyra from the throne, but hope is not lost, as some houses swear fealty to the Queen straight away. As Maester Gerardus explains,
we already have declarations from Celtigar and Staunton, Massey, Darkland and Barrymon.
What the hell kind of name is Bar Emmon? What? The crown lands of the lands that are directly sworn to either Dragonstone or King's Landing. Houses Bar Emmon of Sharp Point and Celtigar of Claw Isle are sworn to Dragonstone. The Celtigars are a wealthy house of Valyrian blood, although they have yet to reach the heights of their Targaryen or Velaryon cousins. As well as having the greatest name of all time, Lord Bartimos Celtigar advises Rhaenyra during the Black Council, urging her to subjugate King's Landing. House Darklyn of Duskendale, House Massey of Stonedance, and House Staunton of Rook's Rest are directly sworn to the Iron Throne, but do not recognise Aegon's legitimacy. Sir Steffon Darklyn is on Rhaenyra's Queen's Guard, and Lord Simon Staunton is a member of the Black Council. Queen Rhaenyra's most important ally turns out to be the Crownland's strongest house, in fact one of Westeros' strongest houses. The Velaryons boast the most wealth and largest fleet of any noble family. But Corlys has more to offer than just coin, ships and men. The Velaryons control the Stepstones, and therefore the Narrow Sea, allowing them to block naval trade to King's Landing.
The blockade is finished. We dare not go against the Jedi.
I don't want this stunted slime in my sight again.
Okay, that's enough trade talk. But the Velaryon fleet is not enough. They must look beyond the Crownlands if they wish to win the war. So who can't they count on for support? The most obvious house supporting the Greens are the Hightowers, who want their blood on the Iron Throne and in the Small Council. Their house is an ancient and wealthy one, ruling over Oldtown, the nexus of both the Faith and the Order of Maesters. They are powerful vassals of the Tyrells, who rule over the entire Reach. Where the Hightowers go, the Tyrells will likely follow. During the Black Council, Daemon declares that they have no friends among the Lannisters. Sir Tyland is the master of ships and a key green conspirator. He would not have acted without his Lord Brother's blessing. Not to mention, Lord Jason Lannister was rejected by Rhaenyra several years prior. Perhaps he holds a grudge. So the Reach looks out of Reach and the Westerlands look out of West? Wait, no. For these reasons, the Blacks do not mention sending ravens or emissaries to Highgarden or Casterly Rock. Initially, Rhaenyra believes that the Stormlands can be swayed. She states that Lord Boros Baratheon must be reminded of his father's oath. After all, it was Lord Bourmond who bent the knee. Bourmond was Rhaenys's cousin, the nephew of her mother, Jocelyn Baratheon. This ties Lord Boros to Rhaenyra and Laenor's children by blood. Unless you believe the fake news about Laenor being gay and the children being Rhaenyra sent her second son Lucerys as an emissary to Storm's End, the closest seat they wished to sway. Unfortunately, the Greens had the same idea. Prince Aemond is already there and has secured a marriage pact with Lady Floris. Luke arrives without any marriage proposals, and Boros is not interested that Rhaenyra's sons happen to be his father's cousins' grandsons, and he probably believes the rumours that they're not even that. Boros expels Lucerys from his castle, which ultimately leads to the boy's death at the hands of Aemond and Vhagar. He is firmly on Team Green. If the combined might of the Reach, the Westerlands and the Stormlands back King Aegon II, the Blacks will be forced to look elsewhere. Perhaps they'd feel more energised with D-Fuel, made from the sweat of Daemon Targaryen. For just one dragon egg a month, you can stuff yourself with caffeine and artificial sweeteners. Feeling tired? One swig of D-Fuel and you'll be smashing your wife's head in no time. Scared of heights? D-Fuel will make dragon riding look easy. Can't get it up? I think D-Fuel makes that worse actually. It might cause it, but it'll boost your confidence. Don't believe me? Check out these hot people drinking D-Fuel. Now you believe me. Or you can like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, all that fun YouTube stuff that helps us grow this community and helps me to find Actual sponsors. Warning, D-Fuel has not been approved by the Iron Throne Food and Drug Administration. So who has yet to declare for anyone? The Vale looks somewhat promising. Rhaenyra reminds the council of her late mother, Aemma Arryn, whose cousin Jane currently rules in the Eyrie. She believes that her kin will not turn cloak against her. Now, that didn't stop Borros from rejecting his second cousin once removed, but Lucerys' parentage was contentious. Rhaenyra's is not.
Boy.
My lord.
It's also worth noting that as a female ruler, Jane may be more sympathetic to Rhaenyra's cause. Or perhaps she'll feel the opposite. Being a lady paramount does not necessarily mean you support the idea of a queen. Rhaenyra sends her eldest son Jacaerys to the Eyrie to treat with his Arryn kin. We have yet to see the Greens announce a strategy regarding the Vale though. Maybe they think it's a lost cause. The next province up for grabs is the North, the wintry land larger than all the realms of the South combined. At the Black Council, Lord Celtigar boasts that there's never been a Stark who's forgotten an oath. However, it is worth noting that Lord Rickon Stark swore fealty to Rhaenyra, not his son Cregan, the new Lord of Winterfell. As we know from Borros, not every lord cares about their father's vows. Moreover, Otto has already sent generous terms to the north. Jace is instructed to travel to Winterfell after negotiating with Lady Arryn. Rhaenyra believes they may find common ground as young men. The north boasts fearsome warriors and the Vale has noble knights, but without the Riverlands providing military access to either, if the Blacks wish to stand any chance of victory, House Tully must bend the knee. At the Black Council, Maester Gerardis claims that Riverrun was always an old friend of Viserys, and has already sent counsels to Lord Grover. Daemon offers to fly to the Old Lord himself to secure House Tully's allegiance. However, Otto declares that the Greens have also sent generous terms to Riverrun, and Rhaenyra calls Lord Grover fickle. So it remains to be seen which way his banners will turn. Much of the Crown Lands is black. 3 provinces look green, while the other 3 are up in the air. Where else might the Black Queen find support? Let's look at the Wildcards.
Wildcard, bitches! Yeah!
During the Green Coup, Lady Fell and Lord Merryweather were arrested for refusing to bend the knee, Lord Caswell was hanged for trying to escape the Red Keep, and Lord Beesbury was sat down to death onto a metal ball for shouting too loudly and hurting Paul Christian's eardrums.
I can't believe you've done that.
The Fells are directly sworn to the Baratheons. The Merryweathers and Caswells are directly sworn to the Tyrells. The Beesburys are directly sworn to the Hightowers. Perhaps the Reach and the Stormlands are not as unified as they could be. How these families will view the fates brought upon their late lords and ladies remains to be seen. Will they be subdued or angry? Neither faction have bothered with the Iron Islands or Dawn. The former are ruled by the Red Kraken, Lord Dalton Greyjoy. Although they are technically vassals of the Iron Throne, the Ironborn care much for reaving and little for mainland politics. The latter is an independent realm at this point in history. Lord Corran Martell is nobody's vassal. There have been 4 Dornish wars under the Targaryen dynasty thus far, so his people aren't exactly on great terms with the Seven Kingdoms. Instead, perhaps, the Blacks should look beyond the narrow sea. Daemon and his family were hosted by Regio Heratis. Reggie Heratis, the Prince of Pentos, and appeared to be on good terms. Could Pentos lend a helping hand to a former ally? It goes without saying that the Velaryons are the strongest of Rhaenyra's current allies.
The consequence of my near demise.
But where are they in Game of Thrones? And where are the Hightowers? You can find out in these videos. Thanks for watching, and feel free to like, subscribe and comment to build this community up. Should I talk about the Green Allies next, or the Dragons? Let me know in the comments below.